Hey everybody, it's Austin with Park Buff. Tomorrow is the 110th birthday of the National Park Service. All 433 National Park Service sites are completely free tomorrow, so you should go check them out. And instead of doing a park episode tomorrow, I wanted to talk about why we need to celebrate the National Park Service.
What if some of the most important places in America didn't belong to any one person? What if they belonged to all of us? That idea is at the heart of the National Park Service. But the story begins long before the Park Service itself. In the Ouachita Mountains of Arkansas, Native peoples had been visiting the area's thermal springs for thousands of years. After the Louisiana Purchase, President Thomas Jefferson sent explorers William Dunbar and George Hunter to investigate the springs in 1804. As more Americans discovered the area, the question became, how do you protect a place that everyone should be able to enjoy? In 1832, President Andrew Jackson established the Hot Springs Reservation, setting aside 4 sections of land around the springs for public use. Today, we know it as Hot Springs National Park, one of the earliest examples of the federal government protecting a natural resource for the public. Then, in 1872, America took an even bigger step. President Ulysses S. Grant signed legislation creating Yellowstone National Park, the world's first national park. The idea was revolutionary. Some places were too extraordinary to be developed or privately owned. They should be protected for everyone. Soon, Sequoia, Yosemite, Mount Rainier, and others followed. But America still didn't have a single agency responsible for protecting them. That changed on August 25, 1916. President Woodrow Wilson signed the National Park Service Organic Act, creating the National Park Service. Its mission was to protect America's scenery, wildlife, historic places, and cultural resources, while allowing people to experience them and preserving them for future generations. Hot Springs Reservation became part of the Park Service that same year and was officially designated Hot Springs National Park in 1921. From there, the idea grew far beyond protecting beautiful landscapes. Today, 433 sites make up the national park system, and they're much more than national parks. There's battlefields, monuments, historic sites, memorials, seashores, lake shores, rivers, trails, recreation areas, and more. Together, they tell the story of America. You can stand where the country's founders fought for independence, walk battlefields where Americans fought and died, explore places connected to the native people, and visit sites where generations fought for freedom and equality. That's what makes the National Park Service so important. These places aren't just vacation destinations. They're classrooms without walls. They're places to experience nature, remember the past, learn from history, and sometimes confront the parts of our story that are difficult. Because a battlefield without its story is just a field. A historic building without its people is just a building. And a landscape without protection can disappear. For 110 years, the National Park Service has helped make sure that doesn't happen. More than 318 million people visit these places every year. Supported by park rangers, volunteers, communities, tribes, and countless others who believe these places are worth protecting. But what the National Park Service preserves isn't just land. It's memory. It's history. It's the stories that help explain who we are. And these places don't belong only to us. They belong to the generations that haven't arrived yet. Our responsibility is to leave them unimpaired, so they can discover America's story for themselves.